Yes.
COVID round 3. Pretty sure it's the 3rd time I've had COVID. Just kidding, by the way. Welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the newly usable space. What do we call this thing? Man cave workshop?
2.0.
2.0? Well, it's almost like 3.0. You weren't around the first time I had a fishing man cave. You weren't around that time. I've moved like 3 times the past 10 years, or 5 years. Anyways, so yeah, we're going fishing today in the old blue, beautiful boat. I'm just really digging this room, this space, man. This is really cool. So I'm wearing a little NFG merch, right? Repping the old NFG. Our boy Rob from Luckers TV launched this little brand. And, you know, we got to thinking, Badge and I, that the whole like NFG, I mean, that's his thing, but here's the deal. So we've tried some things on this channel that wasn't exactly fishing related, right? We've tried things like shooting, like guns, you know, little pew pew. We've tried like some military vlogs because I was in the military, and a ton of you guys have been interested in that stuff. But then a ton of you guys are not. A ton of you guys are just here for fishing. So I have a little proposition for you guys, all right? And Badge has advised me along the way. He said this is a good idea, so I trust Badge. So we have made a second channel, okay? It's gonna be this, called this, right here. Right there, Badge. Is that a good spot to put it up on the channel?
Dang.
Because I'm not sure what it's going to be called yet. I think it's going to be called Locked and Loaded. But in case that name's taken, you know. So the focus of that second channel is going to be, I mean, basically, for the lack of a better term, guns and military stuff. Me and Badge, shooting guns, military vlogs, all that good stuff. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, do me a favor, click the link. It'll be like right in the top of the description, and go subscribe to my second channel. And it's gonna be a lot like this channel, except it's gonna be not so fishing, you know, related. So anyways, I'm gonna drop a video as soon as we hit like 10,000 subs, which I'm sure we're gonna hit that pretty soon. I'm gonna drop the first video. We've already got like a few videos filmed for it. And then we've got some videos that we released for like 20 minutes on this channel that I took down because I realized that it just wasn't the right thing for this channel. This is a fishing channel. We're gonna keep it a fishing channel. So anyways, just something to think about. Go subscribe to the new channel. But we need to go fishing today because there's a new Googan product. And every time there's a new Googan product, you guys want to see it. You want to see it up close and personal. You want to see people fishing with it. That's exactly what me and Badger are going to do today. We're going to do a little bit of fishing on the lake with the boat. We might come back to the backyard pond, do a little bit of fishing there too. That way we hit like a little pond versus lake type situation. But I want to really show you guys this new Googan product because it's going to be available to order today for the first time ever. Let's go to the lake and I'll tell you guys all about it.
Badge with the bag. What you got in that bag?
Got my sack stuffed.
Oh, shoot.
Sack stuffer? You know what I'm saying?
Googan stocking stuffer, you mean?
Plug it.
Oh, God, I almost just fell. Jesus. I don't know why I was like giggling.
Dude, is it a platypus?
Yes,
It's a beaver of some sort. That's a beaver all day.
My trolling.
It might just be chilling though.
What the freak is this? What is that? It is a beaver. I can see his tail now.
Yeah.
Look at those freaking paws, man. My guy's not having a good day. Yeah, you can see the tail and stuff now. Bro, that beaver is
If you poked it, it would explode.
yeah, I know.
Like one of those whales.
That thing's no longer with us, man. Holy snakes. Me and Badge saw something strange over here. Figured we'd check it out. Turns out, beaver. All right, so we found like the most shallow creek that exists in the lake. I'm pretty sure we're in 6 inches of water right now, my guy.
Yeah, I think the troll's on the ground.
Yeah, I think the trolling motor is like acting as a power pole and it's just anchoring us
Yeah.
down right now.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you guys to the newest member of the Googan Squad Catch Co Bait collaboration. And it's a highly anticipated one. I'm not even sure if you guys know. Did you know this was happening?
No.
Badge?
No.
Because you're kind of new to this. Like I mean, hell, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I never know what's going on. So, we have got the brand new bait, Bam, right there. the Contender. That's right, it's a multi-jointed swim bait that we got to make. This is one size. There's gonna be two sizes, the Contender, and you got the Junior Contender, which is gonna work better for pond type situations. This will work better for the lake. But as you guys can see, I mean, it's just a straight up multi-jointed swim bait. There's the two sizes. There's multiple colors. Like these are just two that I grabbed from the warehouse. You've got the basic, like kind of like a bone shad color. Then you've got more of like a translucent, like a gizzard shad type thing. But these things are just, they're freaking awesome. I mean, as cool as they look, there's really a bunch of things that we have to show you about them that make them so much different than other swim baits out there. First of all, the actual specs on these things. So the small one is 4.5 inches and it's 1 ounce. That's this bad boy right there. It doesn't look like it's an ounce.
No, it doesn't.
Actually doesn't. Ow, ow, that's a sharp hook.
Good hooks?
Yoinks. Jeez. Woo! Okay, yeah, so this thing doesn't look like it's an ounce, but it is. When you looking at it, Badge, what do you think? What stands out to you?
It's got a unique tail, and
Yeah, the tail is kind of cool.
What's it feel like? Dude, it's kind of rubbery.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. And I didn't even coach you to say that either. That's perfect. So this is like a new rubberized paint finish right here. So it gives it a matte finish, you know, like kind of a matte. I don't even know what another word to describe matte, but you guys know what matte looks like. But that rubberized paint is going to do a couple different things besides the matte finish. It's also going to make it more durable. So the paint's not going to chip as easy. Like you said, when you feel it, it's got a different kind of a feel to it. And the hooks are obviously just out of this world sharp. They're just sticky. They're so freaking sticky. I mean, the thing was literally hanging on nothing. It was literally just hanging on my hand. Now, these are also slow sinking, and why that's important is because in the swim bait world, I don't know how familiar you guys are or how deep you guys want to go in the swim bait world, but the fall rate is a big deal in the swim bait world. So some fishermen like the baits that fall really quick. Some of them like the ones that don't fall at all. They just suspend like a foot deep in the water. And some people like the slow falling. That's my personal favorite. That's the slow falling. That way you can kind of fish it different water columns, but you don't have to worry about getting it snagged and so much like that. Look at this freaking thing, dude. Tell me that thing is not sick.
It looks like a huge shad.
Yeah, exactly. I pull a couple of these on the line and just kind of fish them around a little bit, but these things are absolutely beautiful. That rubberized paint is just mesmerizing. I wish you guys could feel it through the camera. Yeah. It's got a weird feel to it. It doesn't feel that one. It doesn't feel like everything else. It doesn't feel like other baits.
Yeah, it doesn't feel hard for some reason.
Yeah, it doesn't. It almost feels like it's squishy, but it's not.
Yeah.
So, Contender and Junior Contender. Okay, so here's how you can get them. Now, this video is going to be published on December the 18th, and coincidentally, December the 18th is the first day that you can order these things at GooganSquad.com. Now, here's the thing. You do have to be a Team Googan member to order it, but the best part is it's free to sign up for Team Googan, so there's really no reason not to do it. And as always, you can use code LOJO at checkout and save 15%. You guys have been using my code like crazy. I'm glad to see that because that means you're saving some money. If you're going to buy stuff like this, you might as well save a little money anyways on top of it. So which one are you thinking there, Badge? You thinking, give me your thoughts on like the big versus small swim bait, you know, like what is your thinking when picking out a swim bait like this?
I think it depends what you're trying to do. I think if you're trying to fish all day and catch an 8, go big. Like
on a lake or something like that. You're only gonna get a couple bites, but might be the bite. Yeah.
Might be the PB. And if you're just wanting to whack them, go tiny.
And I agree with you, but I would even say further than that, like pond versus lake.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think lake fish are used to seeing fish like this. Like a 3-pounder would hit this. Yeah, because this looks like a good sized shad. But a pond fish is not really used to seeing stuff like this. It's used to seeing little brim and stuff this size. Like my pond, for example, this would probably whack them.
Yeah, yeah, true.
So why don't we rig both of these bad boys up and kind of just see what they look like and how they feel in the water. There's actually a couple of key features of these swim baits I completely forgot about until we threw one in the water. And I remembered because I saw. So it's got what's called 360 hooks. Okay, so for those of you unfamiliar with swim bait fishing, one of the common ways that fish will spit a swim bait is they'll get hooked and they'll fight and they'll jump, they'll twist and throw their head, and they'll throw the lure out of their mouth, right? That's because they're using leverage. They're using their body weight, their strength, and the leverage against the hooks. What these new 360 hooks do, ow! They're so sharp. Jeez. Watch this, guys. So look. See how that goes around and around like that? See? See, like there's no, you know how like a normal split ring, like you turn the hooks and they'll stop?
Yeah.
You can't turn them anymore. That's the leverage that they can use. they'll pin it against itself like that, and they'll shake their head and get it off. But these just keep on spinning. So
that's wild.
I know it's one of those things like you don't really think about because I'm not a huge swim bait guy. Look at that. See how they just spin? They just freely spin.
Crazy.
So it doesn't allow the fish, as the fish rolls and shakes its head, the hooks move with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So once they're stuck in the mouth, they're not getting off. And the other feature of this thing, this is something that you're going to have to just see to believe. But when you just hit it with a straight retrieve, it's got a nice little wobble to it, which obviously it's a multi-jointed swim bait, so it's going to have that nice natural swim. But if you were to slow it down and pop it and twitch it, this thing will like turn a full 180 degrees. Like it'll turn around and look at the giant bass that's following it. A lot of times you can get bass to bite when they're following a swim bait, but they won't commit to it. You can throw in a twitch or two and get that bait to just completely turn around like that, and the bass will just crush it. All right, buddy, which one you want?
Do you want big?
Yeah, I'll throw it big.
All right.
I'll throw it big. This weather's kind of taking a turn for us, eh? Let's get these things out here and just kind of see what we're dealing with here. I really just kind of want to see how they swim, you know, like just swim on a retrieve.
Dude, that looks good, man.
Oh wow! Oh yeah, she looks good. She looks good. You know, even if you're not a big swim bait guy, this is the kind of lure you got to have a couple of these in your tackle box at all times, because you could just wreck something big. Look how wide that thing goes when you twitch it. It just goes. How dare you?
Got him.
How dare you take that dock monster away from me? Man, it looks nasty. Looks just like a shad in this lake. They sink really slow too. All right, well, I think the weather is about to turn on us, Badge. What do you say we head back home to the old backyard pond to finish this mission?
Sounds good.
This thing looks so good in the water. When you twitch it, I mean, it just has an action that can't be replicated. It's pretty freaking nasty. Almost like the big one more. Don't know how my pond bass are gonna react to this big joker, but I mean, big bass are supposed to have like this attraction to these big swim baits. Ooh, I don't know if that was the bottom or what. When you stop retrieving it, it like turns all the way around. It's crazy. It like stops and turns all the way around, like it's looking at the fish that's chasing it.
Which is great.
Which is, yo, the action is like amazing. No, I'm saying that's awesome. Oh gosh. Whew. Stump. Gosh, tell me that's not the end of the contender. Tell me that's not the end, Badge. Oh God, that thing's on there. Oh, there is so many laydowns in this pond, man. Kind of sucks. Kind of sucks there's so many laydowns, man. Oh, it came off. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Whew. Almost lost you there, girl. I swear to God, there's like a secret tunnel. Like they're getting out, you know? We put them in here and they just escape. It feels like that sometimes. Like right now, for example. It feels like... Oh, fish. Oh, nice, Badge. On the Scout, baby. Get him in the boat.
Get up.
Look at Badge.
It's been munching, dude.
Look how fat that thing is. God. Oh my gosh. I'm over here throwing this giant contender, and Badge is doing the smart thing by throwing a, I mean, it's cold, so jerk bait. Look at that butterball, bro.
That's the definition of a butterball.
Dude, that's such a healthy fish. Holy smokes.
There's so much bait in here, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
That guy is an absolute football.
Oh,
he's a tank.
Yeah,
that's a pretty small fish, like comparatively to this pond.
I mean, my hand, bro.
Yeah, but
it's not long, but it's as wide as my hand.
That's what I mean. Like for this pond, it's kind of a small fish, but he's a tank already. Like he's
a
tank in the making. He's going to be an absolute stud. Good freaking job, man.
Thanks, brother.
Dude, I knew you could do it, man. See, I'm just checking this contender out, but I mean, like you said, I don't know if the fish in this pond have seen anything like that contender.
Oh, can't squat.
Yeah, we got the marshmallow suit on. Boom, he's good.
He's good to go.
It's so funny because we kept seeing like, what, bubbling and stuff over there, like something chasing bait.
It was literally pushing bait up, and I was like, dude, you know what? The Scout is gonna be the move.
Throw the freaking Scout. Best decision you've made today. I'm gonna get back in there with the Contender, but I don't know how much luck I'm gonna have. But thank you for letting us know that there are bass in this pond after all that are healthy and ready to go.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, folks, so here's the deal. So it's like 40 degrees outside, raining. Not necessarily the best swim bait situation. So, you know, I was throwing around the Contender and the Junior Contender today just to kind of see what they look like. Luckily, Badge was behind me throwing a Scout, which when the water temps get in the 50s, which they are right now, in fact, they're like in the mid 50s, which is the perfect jerkbait territory, the Scout is what you want to be throwing. So luckily he went ahead and caught a fish for us, but these things are pretty freaking sweet. So remember, today is the first day that you can order these bad boys on GooganSquad.com, and remember, you have to be a Team Googan member to do so. It's free to sign up for that though, so it's not a big deal. And use code LOJO at checkout. You can save 15% off this or anything that's for sale on GooganSquad.com. So merch or anything else. If you're gonna buy this stuff, you might as well save some money. Hit the code LOJO. Yeah, so what do you think about these things, Bads? Give me your impressions. What are you thinking?
The motion is Phil. The way she turns around.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Not even if you're twitching it, just if you're retrieving it and then you stop retrieving it, if it's going like this, right? And it just goes, shoop, like it turns around, like it's looking behind it. It's crazy. I didn't even know it did that. The 360 hooks, we're gonna have to see how those work over time. Once we hook into a big one, we'll see how they hold up. The paint schemes are great. This looks like a big old shad. The hooks are freaking sharp as heck because they're really sticky. Give it the old thumbnail test. Yep, they get stuck in the nail, so that's good. Nothing much more I can say about these things. We're gonna be using them a lot. I love it. Every time we come up with a new product, it's just one more thing to put in my tackle box. We're almost at the point where Googan makes everything that goes in your tackle box. We're really close. And the actual tackle box that your tackle box is. Wow, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
Talking this hard.
Right.
Being an adult's hard sometimes. Also, guys, remember to go subscribe to the second channel. There's no content on it yet, like I said, but there will be soon. So go there, subscribe if you're interested in the guns and the military type stuff. And that'll be a link right at the top of the description to do that, or somewhere in that description. Anything else, Badge? Like the video? Go check out AO Fishing.
Yeah.
The guy who actually catches fish on this channel. So, you know. Hey, sometimes I carry the load, sometimes AO does. It's just how it goes sometimes. That's life, you know?
Yep.
Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.